What's up guys, we're back again today with another great video, and in today's video we're actually going to be checking out the new FitcamX dash cam, and this is going to be installed in the Highlander. So this is going to be a really cool install because this camera actually looks like an OEM factory camera. It's not like hanging down on your windshield looking ugly and crap. It actually looks like it's meant to be there on the car. So let's go ahead and we'll jump to the unboxing and then we'll do the install. All right, so we'll go ahead and unbox the product first here. As you guys can see, really nice branding and a nice box by FitcamX. This is a 4K camera, Ultra HD. And we'll go right here onto the back and we'll look at some of these other features that they highlight. It is Wi-Fi connection. It does have loop recording, G sensor. It has a super wide angle view, which is really good because it's going to capture a lot of what's going on in front of you guys. Perfect fit, so that way it looks like a factory OEM style dash cam, and then it has a wide dynamic range. All right, so let's check out what comes in the box right here. So as you guys can see, it's kind of cool. It's almost like you're opening up an iPhone or something because each thing is individually boxed. So let's pop this up right here and open it. So this is probably going to be our camera inside of here and our trim. We'll get rid of all of that. So as you guys can see, this is how it kind of looks factory because it actually has this trim around it. So your rear view mirror is right here in the middle, and as you guys can see, the camera is right there. It's going to go right around your rear view mirror, and that's what's going to make it have that OEM look. Also, I'm pretty sure this is a complete plug and play system. We don't have to run any wires. I'm pretty sure it taps into the existing wires that are up there to get the power. And also it actually comes with a phone holder, which is kind of interesting because they do have an app, and I'll show you guys right here in a second, but this is just a phone holder for your cell phone. But the user manual right here, as you can see, they've got an install guide on here. You can go through all this and see your options and how to set everything up. But you can also get this app right here and you can see what your camera is seeing. That way you can adjust it or do whatever you need to do to make sure it's seeing everything in front of the car like you want it to, and make sure it's recording and saving the videos like you want it to. So in the accessory box right here, we've got a trim tool, which is what we're going to need to kind of pop off the surroundings around, you know, where your rear view mirror is. And then we've got our plug and play adapter right here for our car, and then this is a USB to USB-C, and you can put your cards in right here. This is if you're, I'm pretty sure this is if you're going to pull the card out from the side of the camera, because it does have a memory card and you want to put it inside of your computer or something to pull the data off of it. Let's say if you're in an accident or something like that, you can pull the data off, give it to an officer like that. So let's go ahead and we'll jump inside the car and we'll start taking everything apart. It does have this trim piece as well right here, but pretty much this is the main thing, and the lens is behind this. I won't take that off yet, but this is how it looks. You've got your on button here. It actually has a photo button, so you can actually click that and take pictures. And as you guys can see right here is your memory card in the side right there, and it comes with a memory card. It comes with a 64 gig memory card, so obviously it's going to override itself automatically after so much time. But if you're driving and you have an accident, you can grab it right away and it won't lose that footage, or if you want to get anything else. And I'm pretty sure that when it connects to the Wi-Fi, I may be wrong on this, I'll tell you guys later, but I'm pretty sure that you can, when you connect it to your phone, it'll actually save the videos to your phone as well if you have the app. So that's one thing that's super cool. So let's jump inside the car and get the install going. All right, so this is probably going to be one of the simplest installs you guys have ever done, so please don't be afraid to do this to your car, and you're going to get that nice clean OEM look instead of sticking the dash cam up on your windshield. So first things first, we're inside the car. As you guys can see, you've got a little bit more room if you come to the passenger side. In the Toyotas, you're actually going to grab on both sides of this right here, and you're going to push it down. Don't pull it towards you, slide it down towards your hood. Once you do that, it's going to release the clips, and then this center piece right here, I don't know if you guys can see it good, but you can see where there's the lines right there. That's another piece of trim, and you're going to pop that off, and that's what's going to allow it to separate and come down. So that's why we have the two pieces right here. This is the piece that we're going to slide down, and then this piece is actually the piece that goes around. See right here, this is the piece that actually goes around on this side, that kind of, which is going to take the place of this part right here. So I'm going to go ahead and sit you guys down and slide that forward. All right, so as you guys will see up here, we actually have, you know, you're going to have that factory camera, or we do in the XLE Highlander, and I'll show you guys what that looks like right there. So what that is this is actually what lets you do that adaptive cruise control and stuff like that. But we don't have, obviously, a dash cam with that. So one thing that's good though is we do have power in this area, and as you guys can see, this gray plug right here, that's the one that we're actually going to use. So we're going to take power from this by using this harness in here, which is a plug and play harness. It's basically just piggybacking that power going to that, and that's what's going to give us the power to our camera. So one thing that we need to do first is, as you guys can see, I pointed out these two red clips right here. We're going to slide these off, and you should be able to do this with your fingers. I'm actually going to set the camera down and do it so I don't break them, but you can take these and just slide both of them off, and then you're going to put those on. Let me get it turned the same way. You're going to put them right here and right there in the same spots, and that's what's going to make this new trim pop on up here. So I'm going to go ahead and get those red clips over here off camera, and then we'll be ready to go ahead and set the harness up top and then put everything back together. So we've got our red clips on right here and right there. So now we're ready to go ahead and take this harness off, and as you guys can see, there's actually a trigger right here, and you just push that in and slide it out just like this. So now once you have that out, you're going to take this harness, and this female side right here is going to click into that, and then you're going to take this harness and plug it right back in where it was at. So when it's done, it's going to look something like this. It's kind of hard for me to get the camera up in there, so we've got it plugged in, and as you guys can see, I've kind of got this routed around the harness nice and tight up in there. That way we can get our plastic trim on, because if you're leaving that wire out, it's going to be really hard to get the trim on, and also you don't want to pinch those wires. And then if you guys can see right here, we've got the harness popped out that's going to plug into the camera right here. All right, so now we've got the camera harness hooked up. Make sure when you put that together that it's nice and tight. Kind of give it a tug test right there. And now we're going to go ahead and snap it up in here like how we did. And again, what you're going to do is you're going to start down here and slide it up this way. It's not going to snap on against the glass. You're actually going to have to slide it into there, because your hooks are right here that you're trying to hit, right there and up top right here. Once we do that, we should be able to take this wire and kind of tidy it up. We can actually kind of tuck it behind the headliner right here and get it out of the way. Once we do that, we can go ahead and pop this trim on. So it took me a second filling around right there, but once you get it into place, you'll feel it, and then once you slide up, you'll hear those two pins click in, and you'll know you have it in the right spot. And as you guys can see, it's nice and tight on the window. One thing I did right here is I actually didn't tuck that wire up in the headliner. I just slid it down right there. So now the only thing we got to do is take this trim piece, and as you guys can see, it's going to slide in as well. So we're going to take it and just slide it in right here. Make sure both of our feet are in on both sides, and then just slide it right up, and it should snap right in right here, just like that. And as you guys can see, now we have a factory looking dash cam. So super cool. This is what it'll look like from the driver's side. This is what it looks like from the passenger side. The sticker is still on the front, but I'll show you guys what it looks like from out here. So as you guys can see from the front now, you can kind of see the dash cam right there underneath the right there. As you guys can see, that's where the dash cam is, and then there's your factory camera that does that adaptive cruise control. So really cool. and there's nothing sticking on our windshield. We've already got a baby monitor right there, so we didn't need something else sticking down right here. And then you're having to figure out where you're going to run the wires. You got to try to run them up to the headliner, run them down, get power to it. So that right there is just getting power from your factory harness. Super, super nice. And it looks completely OEM, as you guys can see right there. So now let's go ahead and let's get that app downloaded and get everything set up and make sure it's working, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, so we've already got the FitcamX app on the phone, as you guys can see right here, and it's telling us to install the camera and power it on. So we've already installed the camera, so now we're going to go ahead and power it on. All right, so we've got the car on now, as you guys can tell, and the camera's light is on. So the Wi-Fi is working on the camera, so we know that. So now we'll go ahead right here, like how we looked at before, and we're going to go next. And as you guys can see, so the Wi-Fi that we're going to be looking for is going to say car dash and then something behind it, or it's going to say LHD dash with something behind it. So we're going to go ahead and go to our Wi-Fi right here. And one thing I'm going to show you guys, so it's going to be this one right here, car cam dash, and then it's got just a long code behind it. So we're going to click on this, and we're going to hit join. So now if you look right here, it's asking for the password. So for the password, you guys are actually going to open up the manual, and if you look right there, it says default password is 12345678. So that'll be your default password. So 12345678, and then you'll hit the blue check. So now it's going to start connecting us to it. So we'll give it a second right here. So it's saying we're connected there. So now we're going to go back to the app and hit connect. Let's see right here. We'll go back to the app. So now you can see it says we are connecting, and there we go. So as you guys can see, that is actually the garage that we're looking at right there, and that is live through the dash cam, which is really, really cool. And then what you can look at right here is you got your settings down here, and you can go through your settings. This actually does have sound recording on it, so if you wanted to turn that on, you could have sound recording. Here's your video resolution. Right now it's set to 3840 by 2160. You can set your loop recording, so it records in loops. I have mine set to 3 minutes. I think factory's at 1. You can change your exposure rate on there, so that'll make things brighter or lighter. Driver collision sensor, so it can sense when you get in an accident. And it also has like a parking monitoring collision detection as well. And then right here is where you can actually change your password to the Wi-Fi and all that. That way nobody will get into it. One thing that I will show you guys too, which is really cool, is you can go right here to your camera files. And I don't know how many we're going to have. So we've got some right here, as you guys can see. So here's all of our files for the day, and you can actually just go ahead and hit download right here. So if you get in an accident or something, you can actually go straight right here and hit download and get it onto your phone and give it to the police officer or whoever is on the scene of the accident, which is super nice. It's quick and easy right here at hand. Or if you don't have this and you need a hard copy, you've always got obviously the memory card right here in the side of it. So that's super nice as well. You've got two different options to get the video off. But as you guys can see right there is what it looks like. And again, one thing about this is if you hit the camera mode, what it says is on here, if you hit the camera button, that it actually will, if you quickly hit the camera button, it will lock and protect that current video clip. So it won't let that video clip get overridden. So if you jump up here and you hit that button really quick, it basically like saves it so it won't get overwritten, which is super nice as well. That way if you get an accident and then you drive home afterwards, it's not going to override that accident, so you can watch it and pull it off. Alright guys, so that is pretty much it for today's video. That is a super easy install. That was actually probably one of my favorite installs I've done in a while because of how easy it was and how good the product actually looks. So please do not be afraid to get one of these yourself and install it yourself. Again, this would probably be a 1 out of 10 level of hardness. And like I said, this is super refreshing And I'm very excited about this product, if you guys can't tell by my facial expression, because it looks so good in the car. It literally looks like it was put in there from factory, and it looks like that it's meant to be in there, and it's so nice. And the app, the fact that you can just hit the download button and get your recordings off of there is super nice without having to pull that memory card out every single time. So again, it looks great in the car. I don't know if you got, I mean, you can't even see it from this side. So super, super nice. So if you're in the need for a super nice, clean, factory looking dash cam, look no further than the FitcamX. So anyway, guys, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out, and remember, build your masterpiece.
Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only